Today I'm going to show you how to solve some math problems by calling in some methods. So the first thing I did was create my multiply class, and inside my multiply class I created four different multiply methods. Each method multiplies different things. So this one multiplies two matrices, this one multiplies a matrix and a scalar and a scalar, and a scalar and a matrix. And even though we would do these the same, computers in like Java, they think of it differently. So scalar times mat A won't be the same as mat A times scalar, which is why we have to create different methods for each of these. But you can see that they all have different names, and that's because when we call them in, Java will be able to identify what goes where. Since this is two scalars, it knows that it's going here to scalar and a scalar because it's only multiplying two scalars. But here, where we're using a scalar and a matrix, Java knows to use this one down here where it's a scalar and a matrix. So that's just a quick rundown. This up here just makes my main class look a lot cleaner, so I don't have to have all these for loops before the print statement. After creating my multiply class, I came back to my main class and created my four matrices: mat A, mat B, mat C, and mat D. After that, I created my object, so object 1, but I have to call in my multiply class, which is this. And then I give my object a name, which is obj1 is equal to new multiply class, and then parentheses. And I use object 1 through 3.1 through 3.4. So here I create my double, and I set it equal to 2 times 3.5. But I'm calling in my object 1 and the multiply method, so it knows to go in and call either one of these four, but it's going to call in this one actually because we gave two scalar values. After, you just repeat it, but this time the rest of the values are going to be arrays or matrices, so you have to put these brackets so it knows that it's going to be printing a number array. So this one is obj.multiply 2.7 and mat A, and then you print it out and we get this. Oh, and this is the answer to the first one, 2 times 3.5, and this is the answer to the second one, which is 2.7 times matrix A. And for the third one, we answer 3 is equal to object 1 dot multiply matrix A times 2.7, which is here. And it gives us the same numbers as this time as the second equation, because even though we would do it differently, even though we would do it the same way, Java does it differently, which is why we have to create different methods. Like this one is mat A scalar and scalar mat A. So after that, the last part for this, obj.multiply, and then mat A and mat B. So here we're doing two matrices, and we multiply them by calling in our multiply method from our multiply class. We print it out, and these are the numbers we get. And then after that, I came back up and created a new object, which is the same thing as the first one, just obj2. And I used obj2 to answer this last equation. This is all one, but I did it separately to make it easier. So the first part of the equation is multiplying matrix C times 3.5. Then whatever you get from that, you multiply that by matrix A. And then after you multiply that by 2, whatever you get from that, you then multiply by the inverse of matrix D. And then finally, you multiply whatever you got that by matrix B. And you print out your answer. And it's this right here. Thank you.